Hello and welcome to the challenge. Today we take on Pokémon Fire Red as we normally do, but we take it on with just a single Aron. We are doing Aron, Larion and Aggron in the next few videos as well, but without further ado, let's get into the challenge. As usual, we'll talk about the rules first. So only Aron is allowed in battle. HM Pokemon are allowed, but only for the HM purposes. Items are not allowed, but held items are. And finally, glitches and exploits are not allowed in this run. So as always, we name ourselves Dobby, and we name our rival. We name our rival Evil Mon for my mate, basically Evil Monkey. He's been a good mate for years and years, but yeah, so I wanted to actually change it up. If you want to be the name of the rival or even the main character himself, please let me know in the comments and I will choose you for the next runs. But anyway, we change the Pokemon. We obviously get Aron as our starter and we nickname it, and I hope you get this reference, Aron. If you get this reference, then I'm in love with you because it is so funny. But anyway, we name it Aron, and yeah, we are about to kick some Pokemon butt. But anyway, we have our first fight of the day, and the first fight of the run, of course, it is our fight against the rival. This will be an interesting run for sure once the Squirtle that he chose becomes a Blastoise, but for now obviously it's just a Squirtle. Aron starts with its usual moves, but anyway, we are going to utilise the best strategies possible. You won't believe what level it ends up getting to, but actually comment in the comments below what level you think I actually got to with this before I could actually win the run. I've given away that you can win the run there, but yeah, let me know. But anyway, we are not utilising Harden. We don't really want to. We're not going to be taking a lot of damage anyway. We know we're going to win this fight quite comfortably, so we just take him out and go for that. The next thing that's quite important to note is that we are going to take Brock on very quickly because we learn Mud Slap at some point soon. And I'm looking forward to that, but before we do, we are going to take on the rival yet again, because obviously that's part of the run, we have to. And he starts off with his Pidgey. Headbutt is so good at this point, and obviously we've got the moves ready to take on Brock, but we will do that very soon. But first, obviously, as I say, we take out the rival and we two-shot both of his Pokemon, which is really good going. It shows that we have a decent attack stat. But yeah, anyway, we'll get into the Brock fight, and this one's an interesting fight. He starts off obviously with Geodude, but we've got the Mud Slap and we're looking to reduce its accuracy so that when it does get the opportunity to attack, it misses. But we don't even need that, we get a crit and we are ready for the Onix with basically full health. I've sped it up because it was quite a quick fight, quite an easy fight, and yeah, it's just the same strategy. I actually ended it with a headbutt, I think I've run out of PP for the Mud Slap, which makes sense considering it only has 10 PP. But yeah, so we managed to beat Brock and obtain the first gym badge. Not bad. Anyway, it's time to choose the fossil, and of course I went with the Helix fossil, but then I chose it differently because I'm controversial like that. I like to keep you guessing what I actually go for. Maybe next time I'll ask you to comment which one you think I went for. Anyway, it is time for the next rival fight. The rival fights always are a good one to get into in terms of our detail. It shows the progress we've made. We're obviously level 20. We two-shot the Pidgeotto, and it's whether we actually can beat the Squirtle depends on if we will win the fight or not. Squirtle's Water Gun does a lot of damage, but thankfully we level up and we beat him after that. Well, we beat him and then we level up. Obviously Abra is a joke, never need to worry about Abra. It's just whether this Rattata could actually do any damage. Obviously not, because it's just using normal type moves against something that quad resists it. And yeah, we've absolutely smashed him. We were going to try and beat Misty, but she was really difficult. Obviously with this Pokemon, it makes very logical sense that we went for the next rival fight, of which we obviously took out the Pidgeotto, and wow, we crit the Wartortle first attempt. Kadabra, no joke, was too easy, and also look at that, we got a flinch. We had the best luck against the rival in this fight, and we won. Yeah, we're taking 0 damage. Quite a pushover at that point, but yeah, it was nice to do that, and we obviously got cut in the process. So we then went to take on the next gym leader, and it was actually, we went to take on Misty because she's a lot lower level, and I thought our attack stats should be appropriate to take her on. Shall we find out? Let's get into the battle. So we start off with we one-shot the Staryu, so we never need to worry about that anymore. It's just whether we can beat the Starmie. Starmie outspeeds us, which is not great. We don't get any additional things with the headbutt because we are second, and obviously Water Pulse is going to finish us off, so unfortunately we are just too low of a level against Misty. But we will try her again. We try her at level 33. Make your guesses as to whether we can beat her with a single level difference. As you know, Staryu will be one shot, so it's whether we can beat Starmie. So what I'm doing is whilst I'm waiting to get to that bit, I actually wanted to test different moves and maybe improve my attack, and I did get the attack boost, which is really, really positive. It means that Starmie will definitely be a 2-shot. We go for it again because we would love to get a few more boosts, and we obviously know that we'll actually take this out now in one shot. Actually we don't, because he's used Harden. But this was a massive play. I'd never have seen her do this before. She swapped in Starmie, and I was able to use Iron Tail. Don't know why she did that. She basically lost the fight if I landed the attack, and I did, and I got a crit. It was brilliant. I just can't believe she swapped it. I've never seen that. Let me know if you've seen that before as well. I haven't, but yeah, it meant that we obviously knew we outsped Staryu, so we won. We basically won that. I don't think we would have won it if she did that, but I'm taking it, and I'm going on to the next gym battle, which will obviously be Lieutenant Surge very soon. Yeah, as I say, I've never seen that happen, so yeah, I'm quite shocked with that. And Aron and its evolution line are one of my favourites. I remember always using them in Emerald. You know, it's one of the main 3 that I would always use, and then I just build my team around them. So yeah, I'm glad to be able to finally show you this run. I did this run over a year ago, I'm not going to lie to you, but yeah, I finally managed to get to editing it. Anyway, we take on Surge, and obviously Surge is going to be quite easy because we have Mud Slap and we are level 33. But yeah, so we actually changed Mud Slap to Dig. Dig is much more powerful and much more accurate, so we managed to use that. But we have the opportunity to learn Protect, but Protect is a move that we can always learn because obviously we can buy it. So I just thought, what's the point? I don't need to. And we one-shot all of his team members and get the 3rd badge. Yeah, we're doing alright at this point. I'm quite positive as to where we've gotten. I didn't think we'd obviously beat Misty as easily as we did, or even Surge for that matter, but yeah, we managed to beat both of those two, and yeah, we got to this point. Whilst I am waiting for the next part to get onto, let me know your favourite Pokemon down below in the comments. I'd love to know. I'll respond to a few with what my favourite is as well if you do manage to do that. But we had to keep stopping the evolution of Aron. I'll tell you what, that gets annoying when you find out what level I got to. But yeah, it just so happens that we are ready for the 4th gym battle now. Not the easiest battle because obviously we are weak to grass types. Victory Bell seems to be the most OP out of the 3, to be fair, with a lot of things. But we'll see how we get on. We go for a headbutt, sorry, a dig, because we want to utilise the poison type disadvantage. It's obviously neutral, but it's terrible damage. It's absolutely dreadful, and we get paralysed from the off. And I think this is it really. She's used a hyper potion. We're looking at different moves we can go for, and actually the worst thing that she did, she absolutely wrecked me. So I just realised that if you're paralysed, I can't win this fight. Watch the difference in this fight though. We use Iron Tail from the off, and we got a one shot. I don't even know how. But we take it. We go for the Iron Tail again, and we just try and one shot the whole team. Do we one shot Vileplume? No, not at all. But we do get paralysed, which is a bit annoying. But we'll be able to beat Vileplume a bit easier. She's not as good as the Victory Bell, so thankfully we can do that. We obviously want to use another Iron Tail. We know the difference. We know that actually if we used an Iron Tail right now, we'd beat it. But with a paralysis, we're going to really struggle. Thankfully, she goes for a sleep powder whilst I'm already paralysed. Great AI. And we managed to get a Rock Slide off to win our 4th badge. Then we take on Giovanni. Obviously, as you already know, Giovanni is a pushover in so many fights, so this isn't going to be too hard. We use Dig on the Onyx, and it's a 2-shot somehow, but we still managed to beat it. And we've got Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's probably going to be the hardest, but actually if you look at that damage, we do a lot. We do an absolute mega amount of damage, and one shot the Rhyhorn for good measure. It is time for the rival fight. Obviously we've managed to battle and beat the rival 3 times already, 3 or 4. This is the 4th time now, and yeah, I think it should be quite an easy fight. If you have enjoyed the challenge so far, please let me know by telling me in the comments. You can obviously like the video and even subscribe. That helps me massively, much more than you think. But anyway, Evil Monkey, it's time to battle you. So obviously he's got a team of 5 now, and we've got only a Aron. We use Rock Slide straight away. We're not messing about. Stab Rock Slide. We're going to one shot the Pidgeot. I know it's not a Pidgeot, but I wanted to try and get that to rhyme. Anyway, War Turtle. Again, if War Turtle gets defeated, we are going to win. If War Turtle stays alive, clearly we're going to lose. So we need to really just work our way around this War Turtle. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I might be contemplating what moves. We use Headbutt. He used Withdraw. Thankfully, look at that. Look at the damage we only need to do to beat it. Withdraw was terrible. Very stupid idea. And yeah, we beat the War Turtle. So like I said, we should win the fight. I'm not going to count my chickens before they're hatched, but let's see. Headbutt, one shot. No. Oh no. I didn't bank on being put asleep. So we're going to have to do the rest of this fight from our dreams. Will we be able to do it? Well, thankfully Confusion's not doing a lot. It is half our level, so you know we are going to do considerably well with the damage. I'm sure we wake up soon, but yeah, we're still asleep at this moment in time, and it's just not great because Leech Seed is working its way, but we managed to get the Headbutt knockout. 2 more Pokemon left. Obviously Growlithe, not too bad to beat. It obviously reduces our attack every time, which is not great, but we managed to beat him in a one shot, and it's Kadabra now. Physically it will get beat by 1 move, and it is Headbutt, thankfully, and we level. Oh no, we don't level up. We're very close to leveling up. Sadly we don't. But anyway, yeah, it's going so smoothly so far. I forgot to edit in the bit where we get the, what do you call it, the Pokeflute. But anyway, we go straight to the Koga fight. Now, I should have sped up all these fights, so I apologise that I didn't. I will on the next 2 runs, which are the Larion and the Aggron. But yeah, we will just try and beat Koga. Obviously we can't use our ground type moves against any of these except for Muck, which is annoying, but we will use them as best we can. Iron Tail starts to miss a lot because of the minimise, which is terrible. We got a crit anyway, which is so useful, and we are about to level up against the coughing. We need to use one more coughing to level us up, but it's the Wheezing's turn now. If it self-destructs, we'll win the fight, but I don't imagine it will do that very quickly. I think it will want to try and chip away at my health. We use an Iron Tail, see where we can go. Smoke screen comes my way. Thankfully we managed to land another Iron Tail for the 5th gym badge. Again, it's not going too bad at this moment in time. It gets really tough towards the main end game, but yeah, we're doing alright at the moment, so that's the main thing. Taking on Evil Monkey for the 5th time. Obviously you will know him as Rival Fivel. We absolutely beat the Pidgeot in its first shot. We beat the Blastoise in 2, Execute in 2, what's the next one? Growlithe in 1, Alakazam in 2, and then finally we beat him. So yeah, nice and easy. Again, I don't think we even took any damage in that fight, which is really good. And it is time for our fight with Giovanni. Well, you know what he's like, he's very easy. He's going to lose with Nidorino. Nidoqueen is the most powerful out of the team, and obviously if we beat that, which we do, we are going to win. So yeah, nice and easy victory as mentioned before. It's weird that he doesn't keep Kingscan. Kingscan is his best Pokemon, isn't it, really? Out of those anyway. It's type diversity that he doesn't have in the final fight. Right then, 6th badge inbound, is it? Let's find out as we battle Kadabra and Mr. Mime. And then, wow, we've one-shot every single one. Do we one-shot the Alakazam? Oh, sad. We don't. We are literally a sliver away from one-shotting him. But no matter. Things have changed now because we've won. And we are ready for Blaine. Blaine is obviously going to be one of the easiest fights. Yes, he's got the fire typing, which can hurt us, but we outspeed, and as long as we land a move, we are going to finish off most of his team in one shot. Arcanine, obviously very bulky, survives the first one, but then not the second one, and we get the 7th gym badge. Right, this is the moment of truth. Can we finally get the last badge? Giovanni's last team are a lot stronger in some ways, but let's see. Oh goodness, I didn't realise I lost there. Surely we win this fight. We obviously know we can one-shot the first 3, so that's always positive. It's whether we can beat the Nidoqueen. The Nidoqueen clearly one-shot us, and Earthquake is actually a one-shot in most instances, but let's find out if we beat it this time. We use Iron Tail, and no, we don't. The defense dropped, which was really good, but he uses, Giovanni uses another Earthquake. We survived the Earthquake, and we're able to go for, we were thinking of an Iron Tail, obviously we were not being too accurate. I was contemplating what I go for. If I went for Dig, they'll heal, so we just wanted to see if we can deal the same amount of damage, banking on the fact that we wouldn't miss, and guess what, we didn't miss that time, and we actually one-shot it. It was a range, the first one, which is nice to know. And it's finally time for the last Pokemon in this fight. Will we one-shot the Nidoking? Yes, we will. It's weird that Nidoking is like not as good as Nidoqueen. It might just be physically defensive, but yeah, as in it's not as good physically defensive, but still. Anyway, badge numero 8. I can't remember 8 in Spanish, so yeah. And we get Earthquake as well, just for our bank, just in case we need it. We'll probably teach it very soon anyway. We don't teach it at this moment because we want to beat the rival with Dig. We get a crit on the headbutt on the Blastoise. Don't even need to tell you about the Pidgeot, easy. And we actually defeat the Blastoise, so I'm thinking, well, we could beat him, but our health isn't looking great. And at this point I thought to myself, we need to get an item to get health back. So after this fight I went and got most Pokemon, you know, ready so that I could capture, well, get the leftovers. We actually did lose, as you saw, against the Alakazam because we had no health. This fight goes a lot smoother. You'll see the difference how we beat the Blastoise, because we get a flinch, then we get a rain dance, which is not great, but yeah, water gun doesn't do too much to us. Oh, okay, he uses it again and he beats us. But I'm sure this is the time that we'll win the fight. I'm sure of it. But yeah, as I say, we literally went and got the leftovers because it was very necessary. We needed some recovery somewhere. Obviously none of our moves did that, so yeah, we get the leftovers. We're at a very useful level as well, 69, now going into 70. Look at our stats, they're really good. Taking on the Blastoise now, will we be able to two-shot him? No, we won't, and we wanted a flinch actually, and we do get it the second time, and we beat him on the third. We've taken no damage, and we're against the Growlithe, we've taken no damage, and now we're against the Execute. We've taken, oh okay, we did half damage, but it paralysed us, which is not great. Not great at all, but we're at the last two, and we've got no health gone. Sorry, we managed to take out the Alakazam nice and easily. It does disable one of our moves, but it's not necessary, we weren't going to use it, and we managed to beat him. It's just the Elite Four time now. Make your comments and guesses as to whether I will beat them first time. I'm guessing you can probably guess straight away, but I might just include the whole of how long it took to beat them, just to, you know, make it more interesting. But without further ado, let's get into the Elite Four. So it is now time for Lorelei. As I said, I might have already said that, so I need to recheck to see if I did. But anyway, it's time to take her on. I must have said that 3 times already, but so looking at the levels, we're actually not too far off, are we? We're level 74. We are possibly going to beat the Dugong. A full restore is never good for us, is it? But we use a headbutt. Headbutt is nowhere near enough, and it is Dugong who will go first. We'll be able to attack soon. But thankfully, Dugong is down. Cloyster next. Cloyster obviously has one of the best defences in the game. I think it might actually have the best in this one, except for Deoxys, of course, Deoxys defence. It uses Protect just to scout out what I'm using and to get more hail damage. We don't like that, so we are going to try and absolutely demolish it straight away. I'm thinking of going for Iron Tail. I don't. I go for Rock Slide because of its weak, being, you know, of Cloyster being weak to rock, so I went for that. The hail finally stopped, and Cloyster is within range to take out. We're not doing too bad for the first attempt, obviously, but it's coming up to the next Pokemon. I think Lapras might come out next, which obviously will probably be the best situation for them to give us a real bit of a challenge, but yeah. Anyway, Lapras comes out now. Lapras is obviously the scariest Pokemon she has because it's most bulky. It survives our attack, and it's going to one-shot us with Surf. I can't sugarcoat that. It is so good, a Lapras is against us. We're going to take her on again, but this time we obviously know how we'll do. Based on the first few Pokemon, we come in at level 84 this time because we're not messing around. We need to beat this Lapras. We need to see if we can one-shot it in obviously one go. We decide that we're going to two-shot the Cloyster with a headbutt first and then a Rock Slide, but we can't really get a chance to do Rock Slide for ages in that fight. This is the moment of truth. Will we one-shot the Lapras? Well, no, because we go for headbutt. Rock Slide will two-shot it, but we get confused as we do that. It's Slowbro now. Will we beat Slowbro? Oh wow. We survive on one HP. I actually can't believe we survived on 1. That's mental. Yeah, considering how weak we are, especially defensive, that's quite good that we survived on 1. And you can obviously see that it takes so long. I'm obviously, you know, shocked that I survived on 1 health. I must have fainted or something, because I don't know why I'm taking this long, but yeah, we managed to beat Slowbro, and it's just time for Jinx. As long as we attack with Rock Slide, we should beat it. And guess what? We attack and we beat it somehow with 1 health. It turns out I don't even think I got the leftovers at that point. I think I'll get it sooner rather than later. I know I definitely have it for the last part of the fight. But yeah, it's ridiculous that I didn't grab it for myself right now. But yeah, let's get on to the next fight with Bruno. And Bruno obviously has a few problems in this fight, and you'd never thought I would say that. Obviously, the Onyx survives an earthquake. How on earth it does that, I don't know. And then it uses a rock tomb, which that in itself loses me the run, because it uses a rock tomb and reduces the speed. It means that his fighting type Pokemon are faster than me, and obviously we still can't even beat his second Onyx in a one shot, which means that he can get more damage on us like he has. And look at that, 33 health, not great. So what's the damage that Hitmonchan does? Obviously it's outspeeding us. All it needs to do, really, it could just use a Mach Punch and beat us. It doesn't have Mach Punch. Oh, it does. Yeah, sorry, my bad. And it beats us. Great. I'm so glad that we got outsped by all of them because of the Onyx. I don't need to show you the Lorelei fight. It became pretty consistent, to be fair. It was just mainly this Bruno fight that wasn't. So we went up to level 92. Again, I had to outspeed the Onyx. I had to one-shot the Onyx because it was just kicking my behind. But yeah, we switched it up and used Iron Tail against the Onyx too. Annoyingly, we get hit by a Rock Tomb by the Hitmonchan, which is, oh, it honestly upset me. We managed to get a crit somehow with the headbutt. Do we want? Yes, we managed to destroy the Hitmonlee. It's just a Machamp now, really, and I think we have the ability to take one attack. Scary Face was scary because it slowed us down, and actually its cross chop nearly killed us, but we withstand. We managed to beat him, and we don't talk about Bruno for very long because yeah, you saw that we tried to evolve again. Oh, it was so annoying that. I guess I didn't get the leftovers. I feel like an idiot for thinking I did. But yeah, here we are, level 93 against the Gengar. I'll tell you what, I was an idiot there. Forgot completely that they had Levitate. So yeah, I wasted a whole move. Luckily, Iron Tail one-shots both Gengar and the Haunter. It would probably one-shot the other Gengar too, so that would be great. Arbok is down, Golbat is down, and look at this. Will we get a whole sweep without even taking damage? Oh, not quite. We took 10 damage. So yeah, not great. But actually, she's the most consistent, funnily enough. So yeah, I don't need to show any more battles with her. Will we beat Lance though? Lance is obviously quite a challenge at times, especially the fact that he's got water type off from the off. Rock Slide doesn't kill it, but it does flinch it, thankfully. So what we want to do is we want to put it in range for another Rock Slide to finish him. Exactly what we do. Dragonair is next, and well, we flinch it, which is really good. So I'm going to use an Earthquake or an Iron Tail. I think, yeah, I use Earthquake, mainly because not many of the enemy Pokemon I'm going to need it. Iron Tail is just a sliver away from taking it out in one. Dragonite next, and actually we use another Iron Tail. It's so bad this time, but we get a two-shot, which is better than nothing. And it's Aerodactyl. I guess we could have went for an Iron Tail, but we went for a Rock Slide to finish the fight. Lance seems pretty consistent, so I'm just going to show you fights with the rival now. And this is it. Can we beat our rival? Our rival is obviously still quite good considering we only have an Aron, but yeah, he is what he is. Anyway, without further ado, let's smash the Pidgeot. Pidgeot has never caused us an issue, and guess what? Still doesn't cause an issue. Rhydon. Will Rhydon? Rhydon gets one shot by the Iron Tail, so again, no issue. It's just whether we can beat the Blastoise, and we needed to get a flinch, and we got a crit, which was really good. But did we get a flinch? No, and he survived on 1 health. You can imagine that made me rage. That did. Literally survived on 1 health and then one shots us with a Hydro Pump. Basically, we needed to get another level so that if we did crit, we would one-shot it. And you'll see that when I next come into it, well, we're level 99. This is it. This is all or nothing really. And obviously, Pidgeot, never an issue. It's just when he sends out this Blastoise, and actually that was scary. That anytime I got a scary face, that ended the run because I was too slow for the Blastoise. It would always basically have 2 attacks against me compared to my 1, so I had to end the run. Again, still at level 99, still looking to take on this Pidgeot. And normally I don't save before the last fight. I don't normally save at the Elite 4 anymore because obviously I want to change strat, but I've got no different ways of doing it, so this was the best thing really. And anyway, he uses Rain Dance, was a bit annoying because of Swift Spin, which he doesn't have, but yeah, we managed to actually beat him with a crit, which was really good. That told me that it was going to be the end of the run. The end was near, I was so close. Earthquake, and I beat the Arcanine. He's got 2 more Pokemon, Executor and an Alakazam. Executor puts me to sleep annoyingly, and Giga Drain is getting me back, and I'm just, at this point, I was just so upset considering how far I got, just to be let down at the last. Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't a great feeling at this point. But I checked my bag to see if I've got, what do I look for? Oh yeah, this is a really good strat. Because he put me to sleep, I put the Chesto Berry on my amazing Aron. Because if I had woken up in the last fight, I would have won that. I would have absolutely demolished it. Look how much health I had. Let's see if that changes the complexity of the run and actually wins me the fight. We'll find out after the break.
I am very confident about my ability to successfully
Well,
succeed.
obviously, we're not going to have a break now, but anyway, yeah, let's find out how we do. So, obviously, Pidgeot, never need to worry about that. If it did Feather Dance me, then I would be screwed, but obviously, we outspeed it completely, so it's all good. Rhydon, do we one-shot? Yes, we do. We one-shot the Rhydon. Blastoise now. Blastoise has been causing a right pain to us, and it does Hydro Pump us, but somehow we managed to survive. Obviously, most of the time he uses a Hydro Pump, it is with a Rain Dance, so we know that we can survive 1 Hydro Pump, but not 2. We obviously died, but yeah, we will take him on again. Again, as long as we do defeat the Rhydon, we shouldn't get scary faced, and we will have a chance to finish the Blastoise. Blastoise gets flinched, which is so useful, but then we miss, and a Rain Dance gets put on the field, and we do take out the Blastoise. At this point, I was shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, we might win. We might actually win. Obviously, Intimidate comes in, and we still flinch the Arcanine. Yes, we don't finish it, but we flinch it. It's 1 shot away, or at least 2 shot away from being defeated, and we get a crit on it with an Earthquake. 2 to go. This is where we got the idea to put the Chesto Berry on. We flinch, we get put to sleep, and the Chesto Berry wakes us up, and a crit happens on the Executor. Oh my goodness, it is me versus Alakazam, level 99, full health. Yes, a Psychic will do a lot of damage, but look at this. We get a Reflect on the field. obviously they're going to use a full restore, but we are very, very close to winning this run. We look for headbutt because we don't want to send him in within range to use a full restore, and we actually don't, because of the fact that he used reflect. We don't beat it. Psychic does nothing though. Look at that, it does nothing. We managed to get a full restore again, unfortunately, but the reflect wears off and we're going to win. We outspeed. We are just one shot away from winning the run, and we did it. Oh, it was bloody hard. It was not easy, I'm telling you that now. I'm waiting to see how long it took. It was over the space of about 5 streams it was, which just tells you how hard it was. But we finally got there. Obviously had to get to level 99, which isn't great. We probably could have done it maybe at level 95 maybe, but I'm not saying I would have tried that. It was just too difficult at level 94. So, but yeah, there you have it. 18 hours 31 minutes. It just goes to show that you can beat it with an AA run. You can beat it with an Aggron, but unfortunately it is a long time. Waiting to see how much Larion takes. Anyway, that is going to be it from me. I do hope you have enjoyed this run. If you have, why not consider smashing the like, subscribing, as it does help me out massively. And most important thing that I would say is please have an enjoyable rest of your day. So that's it all from me. Take care and goodbye.